How the Book of Mormon Came to Pass. Did a resurrected ancient American prophet give Joseph Smith golden plates for him to translate into the Book of Mormon, or did he just make it up himself? If only it were that simple. This book tells the true story of how the Book of Mormon came to pass. Athanasius Kircher, born 1601, was a German Jesuit priest who, to escape the brutalities of the 30 Years' War, lied about his ability to translate ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs. He was transferred to Rome, given a prestigious academic position, and assigned to the many obelisks that had been pillaged from Egypt. Kircher maintained his lie for 40 years by making up a reformed Egyptian language based on fictitious manuscripts supposedly written by a part Jewish, part Egyptian linguist that he also invented, Nephi. Desperate to be the Leonardo da Vinci of his day, Kircher was also an inventor. His favorite and most famous inventions were small round balls of curious workmanship made of brass and glass. They contained pointers, spindles, and writing on their sides, operating under the principle of spiritual magnetism. He published over 40 books, replete with illustrations carefully etched into hundreds of brass and golden brass plates, which were abridged and translated into many languages. Kircher's deceit was discovered before he died, which sealed his reputation as the most successful charlatan professor and linguist that the world has ever known. 150 years later, in upstate New York, Smith presented the Book of Mormon as if it were the true history of ancient America. Amazingly, the main character in the story was Nephi, who spoke Hebrew but wrote in Reformed Egyptian. He supposedly journeyed to America from Jerusalem by following the pointers, spindles, and instructions written on the sides of one of Kircher's spiritually magnetic compasses. Mormon, another proper noun from Kircher's personal life, ostensibly abridged and etched the 1,000-year history of Nephi and his descendants onto brass and golden plates. Kircherisms constitute a new class of anachronisms in the Book of Mormon, which further prove, as if science had not already impressively done so, that the book is a 19th century fiction. But much more than that. They help reveal the true path by which the book was constructed. Like nearly all Americans in 1826, Smith was totally ignorant of Kircher. He could not have realized that the lost manuscript in his possession was the attempt of a very well-educated linguist to compose an American parody of Kircher's life, which quickly evolved into a full burlesque of the Bible. The precise mechanism by which Smith obtained his source text and turned it into scripture is now fully explained. We now know who wrote the original text, why he introduced Kircherisms into it, and how they passed through Smith's pretended translation process, utterly escaping his attention. This book revives, resolves, and patches together several incomplete theories for how the Book of Mormon was created. It properly assembles from prodigious data and exhaustive analysis one grand unifying theory. It puts to rest a 200-year-old mystery.